G'day guys, Travis here, Perth Diesel Performance. Today, 70 series right behind me, the new 2.8 litre 4-cylinder. We're going to fit our fuel filtration kit from start to finish, straight out of the box into this vehicle. So let's get straight into it right now. Well, we want to avoid costly contaminated fuel in those injectors. They are expensive. We've covered this off and why we have fuel filtration kits, upgrades for your Toyotas in another video. So first things, we've just opened the box, we've laid out the complete contents, and the most important thing is the instructions right here, color picture instructions. This is going to be the easiest thing you fit that protects your 70 series for the life of the engine. Now it has the full contents, what's in the kit, laid out in front of me, piece by piece, your fuel hose, fuel heads, the custom stainless bracketry, all your hoses, nuts, bolts and adapters. And there you have it, so check that and let's jump straight into installing it. One quick little tip, the instructions, there's a QR code right here. All you need to do, get your mobile phone out, scan that guy, and it's going to take you to a direct link for new filters when you need to change them. So the first bolt we're going to remove is this one here on the ABS pump. We're going to put the bracket in place here. We're going to start the bolt just loosely. Once we've got this bolt in place, now you can see that we're going to align these 3 bolts to the inner guard. Once we've got them all aligned, we're going to tighten them all up and the bracket's going to be nice and secure, and the bracket is now mounted, ready for the fuel filter. We're going to use the 2 larger bolts and the nuts go from behind. As you can see right now, we're just going to tighten them up, away we go, and the fuel filter is all mounted to the bracket and the install's ready to go to mount the hose. With the hose, we're going to cut the hose in half, and now we're going to fit that back to the brass barbs on the fuel head with the hose clamps in the position where they need to be tightened up. Once we've got the hose on here, we're going to tighten the hose clamps up. As you can see, the hose is all fitted off. We're going to run it across the bulkhead or the firewall all the way over to the passenger side of the vehicle. Now, quick tip, on the passenger side of the vehicle, we're going to loosen off the factory ECU. So these 2 nuts here, we're going to loosen them off. We're going to leave the nuts at the top of the threads, and then we're going to remove this larger bolt here. This allows the ECU just to slightly move and gives us access to dislodge the clip that holds the power steering reservoir in place. We're just going to duck that under the hoses and position it here. Now you can see the factory fuel lines, they're really easy to get to. The yellow line represents the factory fuel tank. You're going to connect that right here to our filter we've installed. Now the other hose, this one, is going to come over and plumb to the factory fuel filter once we've finished. Now that we've worked out the plumbing orientation, I'm just going to put down a rag here just to get any diesel residue. And before we open up the factory lines and remove them, we're just going to route the hoses and we're going to trim the hoses to length. Now the fuel hoses are cut. In the kit there's a brass joiner. We're going to push that into the hose halfway as it's going to join to the other fuel hose once it's in position. We're also going to put the hose clamps, we're going to slide them down the hose. Now we're going to route the hose along the factory fuel lines, and you'll see that in an image now on the screen, nice and easy, and they're going to go under the ECU. Once they're in position, we are now going to remove the factory fuel line, and our brass fitting is sitting right there to join straight up to the factory fuel hose. Now, quick tip, rubber fuel hoses on metal lines, if you loosen the clamp off, give the hose a twist, the line will come off much easier. Once we've got that dislodged, we can join it to the brass fitting. Now the other fuel hose, we're going to put that onto the metal line with the yellow marking from the fuel tank with the hose clamp in the correct orientation. Now we're confident all the fuel lines are plumbed up the correct way. It's time to tighten up all the hose clamps and all the fuel line plumbing and orientation. Tick, job done. And the last step on the fuel line installation is to secure it in place. This may vary if you've got other accessories in the engine bay. However, we're just going to secure the fuel lines to the factory fuel line. Now we're going to refit the power steering reservoir, the nuts we removed and loosened on the factory ECU. Once all they're tightened in place, we're going to dislodge this plastic clip here. We're going to relocate it. It makes the hoses all sit in a much better position. And lastly, zip tie off the rest of the fuel hoses in position, and job done. Fuel lines, they're all secured, finished, plumbed off, and now we're going to bleed up the system. So back over to the factory fuel filter. As you can see, we're just going to remove the fuel hose from the factory fuel filter. We're going to get a little container just so we don't get diesel spill everywhere in the engine bay, and we're going to bleed the system. Now this might take a few pumps to get the air out of the system, and a bit of fuel's going to come through, a bit frothy. It may take a little bit of time to bleed up. Once you've got it bled up, we're going to reconnect the fuel hose, put the factory clamp back on. Now we're going to hit the lift pump until the pump becomes firm. Once it becomes firm, we're then going to start the engine up, and just like that, your fuel kit install is done. Okay, so just to recap on the fuel filtration kit installation, we've plumbed up the fuel system, we've mounted all the bracketry, all the hoses are secure, we've got no air leaks, no diesel leaks, we've primed the system up, we've got the vehicle running, and it's a last check over, it's all primed up. And just like that, you've fitted the fuel kit to your 70 series, so now it's protected for you to go out back, touring, wherever you go, your fuel system's safe. If you're after one, get in touch with us today, check it out online. Until the next video, I'll see you out in the tracks. Oh, and did I mention dip breather kits? That's a whole nother video, so stay tuned for that one to come. Hi guys, Travis here, Perth Diesel Performance. Today's video, 70 series 2.8 diff breathers. You've already got the fuel kit in the vehicle, you just want to know how to fit the breathers. We're going to show you step by step how to get this guy straight into your 70 series and get your diff breather kit installed today. Why do you need them in your 70 series? Well, we're going to bring all of the breathers up into the engine bay. We're going to lift the weighting point. So some breathers are mounted down close on the chassis rails. We're going to bring all of them up into the engine bay, one central service location. So you can keep an eye on them, you can check them. Now the added bonus, if you've got electric lockers, they have little motors that actuate the lockers. So if you're in a pickle and you go to put the locker on and it doesn't work, that's because it's got water ingression into the motor. It doesn't happen straight away, it happens over time. It'll catch it out, and that's what this kit is going to protect for you and your 70 series. This is our diff breather kit for the 2.8 litre and the V8 70 series, and this is it fitted to the vehicle.